The third year of Gamers 8 is about to begin this week. On August 22nd, Esports World Cup will be going down, and if you guys aren't familiar with what that is, let me give you a quick introduction. Esports World Cup used to be known as Gamers 8. It was a crew battle format where a bunch of teams went out to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. They competed for millions of dollars, and things have changed a little bit this year. Prize pool definitely reduced. What used to be a $2 million prize pool is now a $550,000 prize pool, $500K for the tournament, $50K for the MVP. Still competing in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where the general focus is that organizations are kind of the plan. Rather than focusing on individual teams for each tournament, the general focus is, hey, how well is Cloud9 going to perform in Valorant, in Counter-Strike, in Rocket League, and seeing who the best organization is at the Esports World Cup. This will be an ongoing thing probably for the next few years, so it's not going anywhere, but Rocket League's turn is finally here. It's the second to last tournament that's going down. It'll be starting on my birthday, August 22nd, which is this Thursday. They're going to be playing in a little bit different format. It's no longer crew battles. It's straight 3v3s, 16 teams in 4 groups of 4. The top 2 teams advance into the playoffs, where they then play best of 7s. Pretty straightforward. We've got the groups, we've got the teams. Also, just announced for EWC is the talent lineup. Number 1, Veracity is back. Veracity, if you guys do not know, phenomenal job with interviews and stuff when she did stuff in Germany, I think it was. But cool to see her back. She's going to be stage hosting. They do have a specific interviewer in CJ. So the fact that CJ has nothing to do with casting or analysis on the desk and is just simply doing interviews, expect plenty of banner and a lot of fun things there. What they mean by content host for Herc, I have no idea what that entitles. Maybe she's hosting some content pieces that they're doing. Leaf is going to be on the desk as compared to Wavepunk as normal, and then a pretty standard assortment of your commentators. These guys are dedicated analysts. We saw that as well last time, where they have dedicated analyst spots from last year of Gamers 8. Very happy to see that they're bringing back a Chiefs. I think a pretty cool talent lineup, a little bit of a different assortment. Not sure on the stance on who and what wasn't invited. I know a lot of people know Shogun and no Stax. Stax, who is obviously doing a lot of those hype intros and stuff like that, not involved this time around. To break it down and kind of keep you guys up to date, we have a fancy little prediction bracket that we're going to go through as well. In Group A, the one to focus on, obviously G2 is going to be playing with Nas instead of Beastmode. Beastmode will not be in attendance. They're bringing Nas from M80, who's been playing with Jobless lately. My conversation piece around it is how they're going to play, considering Nas has been playing primarily third and defensive, which is what Daniel also plays. Maybe this will showcase him as on an offensive side. I expect his stocks to go up either way. Out of the gate, I think they're going to beat the SSA team in Limitless, and BDS is going to beat up on OCE's number 1, although Power, I think, will put up a fight better than many expect. Eventually, I'm going to go with BDS just because I think there's some unfamiliarity after only one series still. BDS, to me, I think full strength should win it. On the low side, though, Power going to put up a pretty close fight against G2, but ultimately no upsets in Group A. Going over to Group B, for those that are unfamiliar, we've got obviously Falcons. Across the Pond, if you guys do not know, is kind of a also weird mixing melting pot of players as well. Across the Pond currently is made up of Kevin, Sphinx, and ZPS. ZPS, the one coming over from America. Zombie Poop Shark, for those that don't know. Then you got Gen G and Team Secret. Secret, I think, is still underrated. Needs more love and attention on them. Falcons, I think, is going to make quick work of Across the Pond. Gen G and Secret going to put up a pretty close fight. Eventually rematching in that lower bracket, where Gen G eventually will close it out. So a little bit of a wake-up call and then a fight into the rest of the tournament. Going down to Group C, for those that are unfamiliar with the Nikasi Ballers, that is SSA number 2, the second SSA team. The other thing, too, with Twisted Minds is playing with their starting roster, so Nalpo is going to be there with SMW and Mawson. Pretty solid team. I think people will not give them enough credit, but unfortunately for them, this story for Group C is about Vitality and Furia, the teams that have ran into each other every single possible time when it comes to the World Championship. They competed against each other in Copenhagen, where one team won the Swiss match, but then lost the playoffs. We saw the exact same thing happen then in London, where one team won the Swiss match, and the team that lost in Swiss ended up winning in the playoffs. So they are dead even. They are 2-2 in series when Fury and Vitality run into each other. This time, I think Vitality usually puts up a better fight when it comes to Swiss, although Furia did that last time. I'm going to go with the more recent results. But I think Furia and Vitality both. I think Vitality having a little bit tougher warm-up match up against Twisted is going to help them out immensely. So that's why I've got them winning over there, and then Furia going through the lowers. I would expect this match to be very, very fun if it ends up happening between Furia and Twisted, but I'm going to go with Furia. I like what they've been doing. I think their offense is pretty dang solid, and they've been putting a little bit more outside of that. A lot of the times with Furia, you just think it's all offense, all full send, but they're finally break checking. They're controlling the ball on defense. They're doing some really good things, so really happy about that. And then on the other side, Gentlemates, I think, is going to be one of your best teams in this bracket. And moving forward up against Chiefs. Chiefs is playing with Jorias. Finn has retired, so it's alongside Hunter and Kaka, I think it is. Yeah, Hunter and Kaka with LBP as coach. So Chiefs are going to be playing with Jorias. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I think Gentlemates out of the gate is a tough matchup for them as they drop down to lower Zen, and maybe they put up a decent fight against the Gladiators team. Keep in mind that's with Though, Virtuoso, and Maxu. But I do have Space Station and Gentlemates. No upsets, unfortunately, for y'all. I, in Rocket League fashion, assume that is not going to be the case, but it does give us a very exciting bracket, as you guys can see in completion, who I have winning. Falcons on home soil, I think, has a little bit of an advantage, and they're, in my opinion, objectively a top 4 team. I think they are very, very good. So, BDS Space Station conversation piece there, as well. LJ is very talented. They need more than LJ popping off to win that. So in a best of 7, I'm going to go with BDS. Genji Vitality, I think, can go either way. I want to believe in what Genji is building towards and the conversation piece. I also think it would do some exciting things going into Worlds, where Worlds 2 weeks later, not everybody would just be like, just G2. G2's the best. It would finally be like, you know what? Genji is a solid team. And you're seeing them slowly progress towards that throughout Shift Summer League. Unfortunately, I wish the playoffs would have happened. We would have got more answers to that. But I think Genji is trying to become that 3-headed monster. They're trying to find different ways for First Killer to work outside of just give me the ball, let me do the thing. Falcons Furia, that's a tough pull for Furia. I think Falcons just does what Furia does, but better. They're a very stable, consistent, offensively strong team. And then Gentlemates G2. I want to believe in G2. It's just tough for me to have an answer. If they're not looking super strong here, I think it's going to be difficult for them to do it on the next day as well. So I'm going to stick with Gentlemates, a team that has proven to be world-class on LAN, their playstyle. And shout-outs to Itachi. That boy is cracked. This to me is probably going to be the best match of the entire tournament if it happens between Falcons and Mates. I would watch that 1,000 times and be ecstatic about it. And just to mix it up, we didn't have an EU team the last time we did this, but it was a crew battle format, so it's a little bit different. Still, majority of the matches have to be won in the 3v3 competition. But this one could be exciting as well. I want them both to go to Game 7. I want them to be super competitive. But I do have Falcons winning the whole thing if they end up making the final. So pretty exciting stuff. I think Falcons play style wise does pretty well against Genji. G2 does seem to counter it a little bit, but that's what I've got for predictions. I know these are all going to be wrong. I know there's a chance that maybe Nas is him, and I do think his stocks are going to go up either way, but ultimately I think when it comes down to the predictions and who's doing what and how things are going to play out, I am very aware that that is not the way things are going to go. As a reminder, I'm going to be on vacation during all this for my birthday, so I will not know exactly or be able to do stuff. So when I do get back home, I plan to do watch parties and stuff and kind of watch the high profile matches and react to things live. So should be a lot of fun. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you have winning the entire thing? Who are some of your favorites? Let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear that. And if you guys are down there and enjoy the content, consider liking, subscribing, turning on notifications. Let me know how things go throughout the tournament. I would love to hear it. Feel free to tweet at me. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.